Hey guys, welcome to the Reparenting Daily podcast, your daily guide for inner child healing. This podcast helps you establish a consistent reparenting routine and is divided into 3 sections. The first is a daily reading, the second is a discussion of that reading followed by suggested journal prompts, and the last section is a peaceful meditation for closing. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from whenever and wherever you're joining us. I'm so glad that you're here as we continue on this journey of self-expansion and growth. If this is your first time, welcome. Now, before we dive in, I have a few quick reminders. Please like, share, and subscribe to this podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Your support here helps us spread the word, allowing us to continue to grow this community. Next, I'd like to introduce our Patreon group, where we have 3 weekly meetings. On Sundays, we have a meditation meeting. On Tuesdays, we have book club meeting. And on Thursdays, we have open topic discussions. These meetings take place at 6 p.m. CEST, so Amsterdam, Paris time. For my next announcement, I'd also like to introduce the Reparenting Daily journal, which you can find on Amazon. This journal follows along with the podcast, so each weekly and monthly themes are reflected in the journal. It provides space for you to keep your notes with plenty of extra resources on each topic to be discussed. It's an excellent tool, and if you purchase it, you can join our weekly meetings for free. Just send me an email and we'll get you linked in. For the last announcement, I'd like to introduce one of my most meaningful creative projects, a 3-volume series entitled Fairy Tales for Reparenting. Now, you might be wondering, why fairy tales? Aren't those just for kids? But through my personal healing journey and in studying the work of Carl Jung, Marie-Louise von Franz, and other spiritual and psychological traditions, I've come to see fairy tales as powerful symbolic maps for transformation. They carry deep, timeless wisdom, especially for those of us doing the hard work of reparenting ourselves. The series follows the structure of the hero's journey. Volume 1 explores the wounded child, stories of loss, betrayal, and innocence. Volume 3 is about the trials of endurance, cunning, and self-discovery. And Volume 3 is the return, stories of transformation, power, and wholeness. Each story is followed by journal prompts and space to reflect on how each story connects to your own inner healing journey. These are not just tales, they're tools. They're an invitation to connect with the part of you that still believes in magic and possibility and healing. You'll find both familiar classic and lesser-known stories from cultures around the world, offering you fresh insights and inspiration on your path. All 3 volumes are now available on Amazon. Your support means so much to me, not just for this project, but for the larger mission of helping myself and others reconnect inwardly. Reparenting is like nurturing a bonsai tree. It's not fast, it's not flashy, but with care, patience, and consistency, it will transform you. Thanks so much for being here and for supporting this work, and also for committing on your personal journey of self-expansion. Now, without further ado, let's dive into today's practice. Today's reading is an article entitled The Energy of Boundaries. It's by thevitalspirit.net. We're in July, and the theme for this month is establishing boundaries and assertiveness. We're in week 4, which is July 22nd until the 31st, and the theme for this week is maintaining healthy boundaries. The energy of boundaries. Daring to set boundaries is about having the courage to love ourselves, even when we risk disappointing others. Once upon a time, I was struggling to find myself. I was working with a spiritual counselor and energy healer to deconstruct who I was, how I developed all these unhealthy patterns of behavior, and found my true self buried under piles of energetic and emotional armor. I had recently discovered I was an empath. I had all the bad habits of someone who learned to people-please young and could read a room, quickly adjusting my behavior to blend in or be liked. I was untrained in managing my energy, so it tended to leak out all over the place. I had no idea how to show up in my various cycles and be me. I was used to playing the role who everyone wanted me to be. My family expected me to be the spoiledest youngest child who was always angry. My friends wanted me to be the dependable person who was always supportive and available. My work colleagues saw me as someone who was a great administrator. Like many empaths, my default personality was to suppress my own needs and interests while focusing on how I could be helpful. except with my family, where I felt safe to let off the steam that builds up when you're pretending to not have any needs. This pattern was not working for me anymore. However, changing it was complicated because I was a master at merging, and it served me well by keeping me safe my whole life. Merging energy is common for unaware empaths. It's something we are born doing, allowing our energy field to merge with another's in order to read them, who they are and what they need from us, and how to best fit or blend in. This practice can be useful in many circumstances, but only if it's done consciously and ethically. Most of the time, empaths are aware that they're doing it. It's simply how they exist in the world. Personal boundaries are the limits and rules we set for ourselves within relationships. A person with healthy boundaries can say no to others when they want to, because they are comfortable opening up themselves to intimacy and close relationships. Personal boundaries start with energetic boundaries. Energetic boundaries are the container we have each around us, called an aura. Our aura is our personal energy field. It's about the size of an egg-shaped bubble of energy that extends from our body about 3 feet in all directions. It is the aura that we are blending when empaths merge. When we merge, we end up in energetic parts of other people left behind in our field. These energy bits affect us. Repeated merging leaves us with energetic buildup that influences how we think, what we believe, and what we like. It actually doesn't change our likes or dislikes, but it clouds our ability to be in touch with our true nature. We instead take on the likes and dislikes, interests, and quirks of other people, not intentionally, but as a byproduct of an unconscious tool we use to fit in and feel comfortable in a world we don't truly understand. Thank you, and that's the reading for today. If you're an empath, there's a good chance you've been bleeding in your whole life. Not just emotionally, but energetically. Today's reading reminds us that before we can speak assertively, we need to exist energetically. Most of us learn to merge with others to rely on scanning the rooms, adjusting who we are to keep the peace, forgetting what we actually like, need, and feel. This unconscious merging may have kept us safe as children, but as adults, keeps us invisible. True boundaries begin with your energy field, your aura. A 3-foot bubble of self is your first line of defense. And when you constantly let people into that space without conscious choice, your voice gets confused. It's hard to say no when you don't even know where you and they begin. Reclaiming your energetic boundaries isn't selfish. It's how you find your truth. It's how you clear out everyone else's noise so you can hear your own voice again. Today, practice this. I do not merge to be safe. I stand in my own field, grounded in my truth. I can connect without disappearing. As we go to the journal prompts today, number 1, where in your life do you unconsciously merge with others, and what does it cost you? Number 2, what are 3 things that are truly you, not influenced by others' preference or needs? Number 3, try visualizing your energetic boundary today. What color, texture, or shape does your aura have? How can you keep it sealed with love? That's it for today. As always, thanks for being here. Take care of yourself, and please do be well. Welcome back. Now, this is the third and final section of the daily podcast. This is your silent meditation. Please go ahead and find a space where you can be comfortable and undisturbed, where you can relax and spend some time with yourself for this 10-minute silent meditation. You can choose to be sitting, standing, lying down, or in whatever position makes you comfortable today. Take a moment to simply be with yourself. Focus on your breath and gently connect with each part of your body. If thoughts arise, don't let them overwhelm you. Just observe them without attachment. Imagine them as leaves drifting down atop a river, passing by without needing your engagement. Stay present, grounded, and open to this moment, no matter what time you are listening and practicing this meditation. Namaste.